Good day, children. How are you doing? I'm sure you're having a good time with your family. Great. Okay, let us start this session in an interesting way, shall we? Okay, tell me how many of you have heard the story of Three Little Pigs when you were younger? Do you remember that story? Should I show you something? Yes, maybe this reminds you something, right? Okay, let me give you the crux of the story. Here, in this storybook, it is a story about three little pigs who moved to the city to earn their livelihood. So, in the process, they decide to build their own houses in the city. Each one of them builds for himself. First pig borrows some straw from a man and builds his house with a straw. The second pig builds it using a sticks. And the third one, who was the smartest one of all, he built his house using the bricks. Want to see how they look like? Okay. Right here. This one is made up of straw and this one made up of sticks and this one is a brick house. Okay. So after that, one day a wolf comes by who attacks them one by one, and first he blows away the house of made up of straw. Then he goes to the second pig's house made up of sticks. Again it got blown away, but he could not cause any harm to the third house, which was made up of bricks. Now what does this tell? The most important thing that we come to know from this story is that the houses that we make, that we build, should be strong enough to protect ourselves from the outside factors. It can be anything. It can be heat, it can be sun, it can be rain, it can be cold, anything, right? So if your houses are not uh, built up of a pakka material, then it would not be of any use. It would not be able to protect yourself. Okay. So today I'm going to introduce you a new chapter which is about houses all around. Okay, children? There are three main factors that we need to keep in mind to think about how to build our house. Okay? The most important we already discussed, which is the building material that is used to build a house, like stone, wood, cement, concrete, etc. Okay. Second thing, the kind of houses that we build depend majorly on the climatic factors, the region where we live in, whether it is hot, dry, wet, rainy, cold, so on. And the third thing on which depends what kind of house we are going to build is our budget, how much can we afford for, and the architect, the design of the house. Okay, let's start the first one, which is the climatic factor. We know that we live in a world where we observe variety of kind of seasons, and the regions also observe different climates, like the snow, the cold regions where we see plenty of snow. So the houses that we need there to protect ourselves from getting chilled, to protect ourselves from the cold weather, would be a snow house, or we call it igloo. Okay, they are usually built dome shaped because that's the shape of the house which keeps it warm. Okay, other type of houses available in the cold region are made up of wood. Wood, we know that it's an insulator. It would not allow the heat to pass through it. So if the weather is cold outside, it would keep the house warm. If it is hot outside, it would keep the house cold from inside to live in. So both ways, it is a comfortable house to live in the cold region. Got it? Okay. So the next type of climatic region that we know of, it's hot and dry, like here. And the most suitable weather, the most suitable houses that protect us from heat and dry air can be made up of mud because it is cold in nature. Have you ever seen your pets, especially dogs, who like to sit in the mud in the garden all the time, especially in the summertime? Why? Because mud gives them a cold feeling. Okay, so they enjoy sitting in the mud. Similarly, a house made up of mud gives you comfort in a hot and dry weather. The next, the type of house in a hot and dry weather is made up of bricks, like the modern day houses, the ones which we live in. Okay. Next kind of weather that we observe, that we have come across, is hot and wet. It's usually found in Africa. So here, in hot and wet regions, the houses are made up like huts, right? You have seen lots of huts. They're usually seen in the villages. They're made up of grass, leaves, and vines. That's because they are available in plenty in such regions. Okay, and there is one more kind of house that I want to discuss about, is a stilt house. Stilt house is like raised from the ground level. It is built up on a surface made up of legs. It has its legs and a house is built on top of it. Why? Because if there is a flood or heavy rainfall, it would protect the bottom of the house from getting destroyed. So this is the most suitable house in a heavy flooded region. It's known as stilt house. Okay.